Ross, late drama, 2-1 win. You've got to be ecstatic with that result, right?
Yeah, I am. I knew it was going to be a tough game. The boys know it. We prepped them for a tough game. We know they've got a good defensive record and they're very hard to beat and break down. I thought we were really patient. We moved the ball really well at times. We created a few half chances early in the game. I think the first minute we had a half a chance that we maybe possibly could have taken. We had a few more down our right side and yeah, I mean, some of our football was really good. It was the sort of football that we anticipated today was going to be about. Is about being patient and trying to move that block. But yeah, I thought they posed a threat at times with some free kicks, some long balls, but we managed to deal with it really well. And yeah, I mean, we got a penalty right at the end, and I actually didn't see it, but everyone said there was a definite pull at one of our players. So I think the ref had a better position, and it is what it is. I think we're probably due a good decision like that. We've had a few bad ones go against us, so yeah, nothing to say, but the boys put in a real shift, and it was a real good Tuesday night performance.
I think we saw why Taunton knocked out National League opposition in Yeovil in the cup, because it was a good, or by all means a good performance by then. You know, they stayed strong, and even though they went behind, they pressed. Does that make it even more sweeter that we've kind of weathered that storm and come out on top?
Yeah, they are a tough team to play against. They work their shape really well. They get into that sort of low block. They work on cutting sort of passing lanes off and trying to filter us one way, which they did quite well. But I think we managed to pick that apart at times, and that comes down to the players as well. We can give them the information, but they have to go out and execute it. And I think some of the performances in the actual team individually was really good. Second half, we looked a little bit more forward thrusting. We broke lines a bit quicker. We had more bodies committed forward, and we looked a bit more of a threat second half. But overall, I think tonight was going to be a real shift, following from a real shift from Saturday against a good Havant team. And I haven't got a bad word to say about the boys. They applied themselves brilliantly. We worked very hard out of possession to try and limit them to as little as possible. But yeah, overall, really pleased with the 3 points.
Probably the one little negative is the Reece Fleet red card for 2 yellow cards. I lost count of the amount of bookings the referee gave. It was a bit of a nitty gritty game. Stopped both teams kind of playing. Did you have any views on that? And kind of, I suppose he was a kind of casualty of a really carded game. Is that the phrase? Yeah. A high card game.
Yeah, I mean, they had yellow cards, we had yellow cards. There was some petty fouls in there were some professional fouls, there were some actual fouls that were proper fouls, and I think it was one of those ones where I think it was just one too many. We play on that line of aggression, and I actually think that his first booking was a handball from them first that then led to the foul. But look, it is what it is. It's one of those things you just got to get on with. He probably knows that he's better than that. I don't really have to tell him. But after that, the boys really stuck together, and that was actually quite pleasing to see that the boys took charge on the pitch. They worked their shape out. They knew the personnel, which players to go where, and we were hard to beat in the last few minutes. And that was really good. We had Zach McEachran as a holding midfielder at one point, and he was putting in a real shift defensively. And that just shows the character of our group. When things are getting hard, everyone sticks together and we dig in. So really pleasing.
Just to focus on a few individuals for a second. Andre Burley, first goal of the season. You're a bit surprised to see him up there, but it was a good finish nonetheless.
I'm not surprised. We've been working on his sort of attacking play. He caused a threat in the first half. He got down the sides quite a bit, put a really good ball across the box just by not giving it up and making a half-hearted ball into a good one. And he earned the right to score. You have to get in those positions, and he was the one who wanted to take charge and make a difference. And yeah, I'm really happy for him and delighted for him because he's been working hard.
And Jayden Carbon, you handed him a full debut today. What are your thoughts on him? Not just today, but in the kind of training sessions. He made the bench the other day, and he's been in the squad as well. What are your thoughts on him?
Superb. Jayden, Latrell, the young boys, Gerald wasn't with us tonight. Those boys have really worked hard to earn where they are. I think Jayden's still learning. As you can see on the pitch, he's still got loads to learn, but what he's got is an appetite, and that will do. we can work with that. So as long as he keeps working hard and works for the team and looks after himself and applies himself in training, it'll be okay.
2 wins in 2 now in the space of however many days. You must be delighted, but again, we'll enjoy it like we always say, move on to the next one. And another league newcomer in Farnborough on Saturday. It's going to be a really tough game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to enjoy these moments. That's why we play football, is to enjoy the wins and not get too low on the lows. And we've got another game coming up, so we've got to rest properly this week. We've got to train properly, the boys who need it, ready for a real tough game on Saturday. So we're hopefully get nice and prepared this week and go again.
Ross, congratulations and thanks for your time.
Ciao.